Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York. This is the game of the week on MLB The Show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the New York Mets. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the mound now, Sean Manaea. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. That's in there, and it's 0-2. Up the middle, and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Sal Frelick. Outside low, 1-0.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Manaea checks over to first, and he's back.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch. This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Terang aboard here at first with nobody out. That's to third, and it's through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
First and second, no outs. And now it'll be Christian Yelich. Inside, just missed. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the
got him! And that is a big first out.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
In the air of the infield, and the infield fly is called. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. This is a very patient lineup we're going to see. They've got the most walks of any team in the league, so that's a big part of their approach as an offensive unit.
Boog, and when you can do that, the amount of pressure that can put on the pitcher, making him, grind through every hitter so much that he's got to think about when you got base runners on and a good hitter at the plate. And so free base runners, they're going to happen when you have hitters like this. Up to the pitchers to figure out a way to have better command and make sure that they can get some outs when they do get a base runner double play. But when you have a team like this, very difficult to stop.
Got him looking. And that will end the inning. So they strand a pair. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And towing the slab here, Brandon Woodruff. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So most days he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Freeland makes the grab, one away. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. It features one of the sport's true superstars, Juan Soto.
Berg, it's kind of a joke that this guy's got a career OPS over 900. I mean, there are a lot of players that hope that they can just do that in one season, but he's done it his entire career. And in reality, there's only about 60 players that can claim that type of production.
And that one fouled off. One out, base is empty. And that's down and away. Alonso with a homer in his last game. And that's downstairs and outside. Next offering is downstairs. Oh, that hit him. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Two down, base is empty. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting fourth.
Here's Brandon Woodruff. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Contreras makes the catch, and that is that. Mets leave one. Scoreless after one. Top of the second. Up now for Milwaukee, Rhys Hoskins.
Rhys Hoskins.
Manaea back to work. That one fouled off. Center field. And it's caught for the out.
Batting seven. The center fielder.
Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. And first offering is fouled off. Second inning here, no score. Yeah, big swing and a miss. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch. Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
And now, Joseph Ortiz. Two outs. Swings through that one for strike one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That's in there, and it's 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one off the mark. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
2-2 now. Good job to fight that one off. Ground ball, Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nobody left for Milwaukee. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. And now here's the veteran DH, Jesse Winker. Winker launched a homer in his most recent game. Woodruff, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. This one popped up. Ortiz makes the catch. One up, one down.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, Vientos.
So up next, Mark Vientos. And that drops in for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
One down, base is empty. That's inside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Up and in, and that's ball 2. That's down and in.
Got a full count.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Got him, and now 2 gone.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Luis Angel Acuna at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Acuna went deep in his most recent game. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
0-2.
Gonna count 1
That's
and 2.
Ball.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We played 2 full, no score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Up now for Milwaukee, Andrew Monasterio. Monasterio goes 5 feet 11 inches, 27 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. And a pitch.
Drag 2. 0-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang. First pitch just misses. One down, base is empty. Inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Next pitch misses. 3-0. Top of the third, no score. And there's the automatic. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
The right fielder, number 10.
Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
And down on strikes he goes. And Milwaukee is set down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. Back at the ballpark, and one of the things that's been happening lately, hot hitting as we take a look at the numbers this month. First pitch doesn't find the zone. This ball's chopped on the ground. Over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Frelick brings it in. 2 away now.
Now batting, shortstop.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Flying to right his first time. That one ripped. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Woodruff deals. Here's a rocket out to left. Chourio makes the grab, and the inning is over. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. 3 innings complete, no score. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Christian Yelich.
Out to short, Lindor. To first,
He's going.
leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, catcher William Contreras.
Next to hit, William Contreras. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Right through there for a strike. There's a swing and a miss.
Oh, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I'll tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
And it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He was all over that one. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Go ahead run on base. And here is Jackson Chourio. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball. I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Rhys Hoskins to the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That's in there. Strike 1. Contreras, the runner at first with 2 gone. Clips the corner, and it's 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So 1 hit is all they get to the bottom of inning number 4 now. We're tied 0-0. Let's take a look at the player of the month. He has been outstanding of late.
Juan Soto.
Chop back up the middle. Fires over to Hoskins. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Popped out and fouled ground first time through. In the air, right side. Frelick after it. Snags it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Here's Jesse Winker. He popped out his first time. There's a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all three swings.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Well, and those hitters' counts sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, has room, and he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're headed to the 5th. No score. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Mitchell.
Manaea back to work. Fought off foul.
Well, these Brewers need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
So digging in, Joseph Ortiz grounded out his first time.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
And that one fouled off. Swings and misses. 0-2 now.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Got him. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Set him down on strikes on just 4 pitches that time, and this was just classic east-west pitching move, and that's not as common these days. They went in, away, in, and then back away for the called 3rd strike, and that kind of pitching makes it tough on you as a hitter to know where to look, especially with 2 strikes.
Monasterio batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Brewers go down quietly. Still no score. Back here at Citi Field, down the 3rd baseman, Mark Vientos. First pitch misses.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And it flies to the deepest part of the park. No doubt about this one. Home run. He crushes that one to center field. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Well, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
So up next, Luis Angel Acuna. To the right side. Terang over to first in time. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Francisco Alvarez.
And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Fly ball down the line. Frelick running hard to get it. Snags it on the run. That's out number 2.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Taylor, the next to hit, takes ball 1. High fly ball out into left center field. And that'll do it. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo homer. It's now 1-0. 6th inning coming up on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Right. Terang.
There's a strike.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. And that's in the dirt.
1-2.
Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
And now the right fielder, Sal Frelick, 1 for 2. Frelick, a former Gold Glove winner, 24 years old, a former first-round pick in 2021.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Next offering way upstairs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The Mets up by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. Battling here as he fouls it away. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
The batter, the designated hitter, Christian
Yelich stepping into the box now.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
One-run game, 1 out, 1 on.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat.
Up next,
so next it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, William Contreras. And he takes a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
They get the force. Third out, and that ends the frame. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Mets 1 and the Brewers nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Francisco Lindor.
Foul ball there.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. Lindor retired.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. 0 for 2 in this one. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. Juan Soto now. And that one pulled foul. Man at first, 1 away. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the runner holds.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Into center and a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. Stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit out into right center. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. You see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Brandon Woodruff won't go any further, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back.
Pitching for the
Aaron
Brewers.
Ashby comes on now.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes.
Ashby.
He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. He's already homered in this game. Chop to third. Ortiz fires across the diamond, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now a 2-0 ball game. 6 innings in the books on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Jackson Chourio.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working. This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him swinging, and he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now, just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in, so hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. And that's downstairs. Ball 1. Manaea winds and deals. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Yeah, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Next for the Brewers, Garrett Mitchell. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Way out front for strike 2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the 3rd time today. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They trail things here 2-0. Taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Movement in the bullpen. Jarred Koenig up and throwing. Hudson getting loose as well. Out to short. Monasterio whips it to first on the run.
He's out of there.
And he gets him. Nicely done. Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York. Here's one more look, Singy. You think they're going to overturn it? I kind of do.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance as well. I mean, the more I look at these different angles, the more I'm becoming convinced that he actually beat the throw. So it's turning out to be a pretty good challenge.
The decision's been made, and he's safe. So they overturn the call, and they get it right by taking a chance with a challenge. Man at first, nobody out. And next for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Ashby keeping an eye on him. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. There's the ball. Save at second, and that was not close. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 2-0.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Right back to him on the mound. Tosses to first, and one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Run comes in from second. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Slice to right. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Pete Alonso digs in now. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 3-0. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. The 8th inning is coming your way next.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mets.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Stanek.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
Up now for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. Just missed.
That's out.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball and really locked him up. And As a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Ground ball, left side, and foul ball. The other way, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Nothing across here this half. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 3 and the Brewers nothing.
Now pitching for
back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jared Koenig.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. And first offering is fouled off. Trying to bunt his way on. And that goes foul. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
This one popped up. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jesse.
And now, Jesse Winker. High fly ball, right field. He's there. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 39, Edwin Julian.
And we're back. We go to the 9th. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Freeler. In the air, right side of the infield. Alonso puts it away for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
He's 2 outs away. Here comes Christian Yelich. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And a swing and a miss.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Vientos whips it to first. Now only one out remaining.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
William Contreras up now for the Brewers. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball one.
You know, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Swings through that.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
The Brewers down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.
Don't nobody want to answer when you're praying. Sneak your